Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. Hey, we're happy to be here with you. And Tom Eagle Hop, your morning mayor at KMSAM.com in Bozeman, Montana. Shane Matobin, half man, half amazing from Vancouver, British Columbia, will be with us shortly. He is just getting a lamp set up so that we can, maybe we can see him a little bit. That's a little bit better, I guess. But all right, hey, we're happy to be here with you today, and we've got a fun topic to talk about today. We're going to talk about 6 ways to build customer trust and confidence. 6 ways to build a customer trust and confidence. Boy, if you don't have trust and confidence in the business, you're not going very far, are you, Shane?
Yeah, that's a slow walk to nowhere.
Yeah, turn your volume up a little bit.
All right, well, indeed. How's that? Is that a better slow walk to nowhere?
That's a little better. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
little bit better. All right. So anyway, we want to give you 6 tips today. There are many more, of course, than just 6, but we want to go through 6 big ones, and also stay tuned for the end because we're going to have a bonus tip for you as well. So let's jump right in. And the first tip we've got to talk about is sometimes when businesses grow, they get maybe a little big for their britches. What do you think, Shane? They start having all these rigid policies. The employees are kind of trapped in. They've got to enforce all these issues that have come up and everything. So we want you to stop being a cold, impersonal business and develop a personality for your business. And customers are going to see that. Walmart doesn't have a personality. Target doesn't have a personality. But when you walk into a local mom and pop store, it's a much different impression there, Shane.
That's right. And customer trust and confidence is predicated on two types. There's direct sales and indirect sales. Indirect sales are you have a website, someone comes to your website and or heard about it or picked up on one of your ads and went to your website to check it out. And then, of course, if they are inclined to call to purchase from you, someone has to answer the phone and follow through. In the personal concept of this, where it's a direct sale, not an indirect, but a direct sale where, your brick and mortar, like as we talk about a lot, restaurants or other types of brick and mortar stores where you go in, an employee helps you, or you go to a service center, for someone to ask questions to help you. So there are 2 different types, but they have as much importance as the other because at the bottom line is you need to close that sale. So being warm, being representable to the public in a way that makes them feel comfortable is paramount to your own success.
That's for sure. Yeah. The other thing too, it used to be easy to find out a customer's name. They'd give you a check or they'd give you a credit card, but now they slip the credit card in the little gizmo, so you don't get to see their name anymore. But it doesn't hurt to introduce yourself and introduce yourself to them, get their name and use their name. Because that is something that you're not going to see at Walmart or Target or any of these big box stores. But people like to be appreciated for coming into your business and supporting you. So by all means, make that happen.
That's right. Business is not an I, me, or my business.
Yeah.
It's a we, us, or excuse me.
It's
It's a we, us, or ours.
Yeah.
It's a we, us, or ours business. So whenever you're referencing the first person or people, that work in the company, you want to use those as the common denominator, we, us, and ours. It gives people a feeling of family and more of a direct involvement with a group of people.
Yeah, better, less I and we and more you and yours. Exactly right. Yeah. All right. Well, the other thing, and this is pretty obvious, I guess, you got to be truthful. You got to be truthful with your employees or with your customers, I should say. You got to be truthful with, you got to back up what you say. You don't run an ad and someone comes in and it costs $10 more than you advertised because of some fine print or some delivery charge or something that you didn't include in the ad. So truth gotta be right at the top of the list for customer trust and confidence, right, Shane?
Absolutely, and it's always something you can use as a positive, as we said before. If you've made a mistake, you admit to the customer that you did. Oh my goodness, someone actually admits a
Mhm.
mistake. The customer thinks, and you go, "Looks like you got a better deal today than you might have thought of. So let's go let's go make this happen."
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, next, don't imitate your competitors. And this, well, there's a couple things we need to talk about on this one. One is you don't want to imitate their ads. If you see something advertised by a competitor and that ad works, your first instinct might be, well, I'll try the same thing. But that doesn't separate you from your competitor. It doesn't make you different, it doesn't make you special. So make sure that you set yourself apart in a way that you may still offer the same goods and services that the your competitor does, but there's an advantage to the customer to deal with you.
That's right, and make sure you always go by and check your customers' prices in comparison to you. We've had that discussion already about customers that might come in and suggest that, oh, I can buy this 10% cheaper down the street, and you might say to them, oh, I've been down there. Yeah, I think it's about 5% less. And yeah, I can do a 5% less. Reduce the price 5% to save you having to walk back down the street. So there's a positive in that you can win from it. But Tom is actually right. You don't really want to send somebody off, and unless they become an issue that we've talked about before, then you an issued customer you may want to send to your
That's right.
competitor.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked Tuesday about firing customers.
That's
And I'll put that in for anybody who's missed it, I'll put that in the description below
yeah.
once we process this video. So, hey, we want to remind you that we are producing this on StreamYard, and you can do this as well. Believe it or not, YouTube pays for videos. Who knew? They'll pay you to make videos. Who knew? Well, we do it with StreamYard because we think it's really easy. There's a free version available, so I would certainly check that out. Description there's a link in the description below, I should say. If I could talk today, that would be great. And also, if you're listening to us on YouTube or watching us on YouTube, by all means, subscribe and ring the notification bell. You'll never miss another podcast. Like us and leave a comment because, hey, Facebook likes that kind of stuff, helps us grow the channel. And also, we're on Patreon. If you're a business owner and you need help, there's a lot of incentive to support us on Patreon. You get a lot of free stuff from us, and we hope that you will take advantage of that. And also our website, tomandshane.com. Don't forget to go over there. There's a lot of articles and tips and things in addition to what we do here. So there we are. That should cover all the bases, I think, Shane. So
I would like to think so. Yes.
all right. Next, we've got to spell out the guarantee. It may be a 90-day guarantee. It might be a 3-year guarantee, depending on your product or service or whatever it is. But you need to make sure that the customers understand exactly what the recourse is if they're unhappy with your product in some fashion. Right, Shane?
That's correct. And I must tell you that, in all honesty, go with the guarantee you're provided with the product manufacturer. Don't be sold by the store of an additional guarantee. They're not very valuable, and have had no success at all having done that with products, even high tech products like computers or cell phones, where the store offers a guarantee of their own. And it does not provide, there's no benefit. I've gone back too many times to ask for help, and that's not covered by the guarantee.
Yeah.
But company guarantees generally of products that you buy, particularly appliances and things that are of a greater nature for as far as a cost to you, they have good guarantees and follow, and do fulfill their guarantee.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there are additional guarantees. I buy one on every computer that I buy. I buy the additional time because I use it every day incessantly. So if anything happens to it, I'm down. So we've got to. I really have to make sure that it works. So. Next item, boy, this one is a no-brainer, Shane. You've got to make it easy for customers to complain. There is no, boy, you do not want your customers roaming the streets talking about what a bad business you have. So there's got to be a way for them to complain. You've got to listen to their complaints. You've really got to handle it very well, and that. If you can settle a complaint, that builds trust and confidence probably more than anything we're going to tell you today.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't have to put a sign in the back of on your back that says "complain, kick me."
Yeah.
People are pretty willing to complain, and it's always nice to ask people if during the conversation that you're helping them. Of course, if someone asks you to give them directions, it's probably, if you're not busy, a good idea to take them there because you could help close the sale. And then always, of course, last question is there anything else I may help you with? Because that is another way of upselling a customer. So yeah, it's easy to get a complaint from a customer, but most people, they only have one of two choices we've covered. They will file a complaint, and then they can be pretty tough about it, or they just will walk out and never come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, usually, they don't want you to pay off their mortgage or something like that. I mean, usually they either want their money refunded, or they want a working product, or they want whatever you messed up to make it right.
Or to replace the product that you sold.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Yeah. Though usually, they don't want anything out of the ordinary. I would say they just want to be appreciated, and they want to be made whole.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's exactly the perfect expression of how to make it easy for a customer to complain.
Yep. That's very critical. Yeah, there should be, well, in a restaurant business, as you know, Shane, the wait person will come around and say, "How's everything tasting?" or "How's your meal?" I mean, that's an invitation to complain right there. If you're unhappy with your meal or the service or something, that's your time to voice your complaint.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Next, build on your successes. I don't know how many places I've walked into, Shane, and maybe they do this in Canada too. They'll have some kind of a bulletin board with all the letters people have sent, complimenting them on their business and stuff like that. And there's a car dealer here in town that has them all in a book while you're in the waiting room, waiting for your lube job, or, your car to be fixed or whatever. You can look through this book and see all the testimonials and things like that.
Restaurants are famous for having pictures of people. That was a huge success back in the 80s with instant photography, in the 70s, instant photography, where you could get a picture of someone famous and get them to sign a testimonial. A great meal, will be back, and you frame it and put it on your wall. So any kind of third party recognition of the success that you're having in your business is very, very positive in
Absolutely.
any context.
Yeah. And if you have a retail store, for example, and you get these kind of letters and endorsements and testimonials and whatever, what I suggest you do is frame them. Frames are cheap at Walmart. They're less than $5. Go get a bunch of frames and spread those around your store. So when people are browsing around your store, all of a sudden they see a frame something, they'll go look at it, and it's some kind of a testimonial. And that reinforces that they should be doing business with you.
That's right, and enter contests. There are a lot of contests in small cities that newspapers use to advertise and, to get
Mhm,
people to check it, check the newspaper, and so they
mhm,
have, best company, join your Better Business Bureau to hang that on the wall, that you're a member, and
mhm.
and again, any kind of uh, competition that people have out there for best bartender or best waitress or any of these things, enter them,
Mhm.
because all of these things add to the opportunity for you to create a more successful business. And people are personal when people buy, because remember, it's what's left over they get to spend.
That's for sure.
So it's very personable.
Right.
When you have expendable money,
Mhm.
it's very personable when you go up and buy something you either need or you want.
Yeah.
So enjoy having build your success on the tips that Tom has given you,
Mhm, mhm.
and I've had the opportunity to give you a second look at.
That's
And
right.
we hope to catch you again next Tuesday, and
Well,
also
hang on. We're not done. We've got a bonus tip.
I know I'm just getting my sort of goodbye in.
All right. All right. Our bonus tip, because this is really critical. Your employees. Trust and confidence in the customer is great unless you've got your employees going out on the street telling everybody what a crummy business you are and how terrible it is to work for you. So again, we want to make it easy for customers to complain. We also want to make it easy for
Employees to
employees to
compliment.
complain. Exactly. So if there's an issue within your four walls that has an employee unhappy, then we need to make it easy for them to voice their concerns, and hopefully you will take it seriously, and there should be a way to work around it or correct it or whatever.
Mhm.
And we hope that that will make all the difference. So,
There you
all
go.
right. Hey, don't forget we're on Saturday radio, 8 to 11 Mountain Time. You can listen anywhere in the world. KMMSAM.com. No charge, no credit card needed, no personal information needed, no email, no sign up. All you do is go to KMMSAM.com and click listen now. And if you missed any of our previous podcasts or videos, they're all at KMMSAM.com. Click on Tom and Shane's podcast, and that will take you right over there and get you taken care of. So, all right, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll talk to you on Saturday, 8 to 11 Mountain Time at KMMSAM.com. So, until then, have a great day and go out and build customer trust and confidence.